Pro Plus. Not protein, just pro to imply protein. If we use a king-size Snickers bar, it has 8 grams of protein, so we can highlight that. And the plus can simply mean plus energy from peanuts.
This trickery is exactly why I recommend most people to track calories for a couple of months. It helps you spot the bullshit so you can actually make progress. I noticed many of these protein posers while tracking my macros with MacroFactor, who's kindly sponsoring this video. Let's say I'm in a fat loss phase with a 2,000 calorie target. If I filled that with high protein Nature Valley bars, I'd only get 100 grams of protein. Protein matters. It's essential for maintaining muscle while dieting, and it's the most filling macronutrient, which helps you stay on track. But you want a good balance of all the macros, not just protein. You could work this out manually, or use MacroFactor, which acts like a smart coach that adapts to your preferences and lifestyle. So if your calorie needs change, it'll adjust with you. It learns from your data over time, and takes just a few minutes a day, partially thanks to the fastest barcode scanner on the market. Plus you can scan labels and save custom recipes, so you can focus on eating instead of messing around. I honestly think everyone should try tracking calories for at least a few months. It makes sustainable fat loss or muscle gain way more intuitive, and is a good way to avoid falling for sneaky protein marketing, and have a nutritional approach that actually takes you to your goals. MacroFactor is cheaper than MyFitnessPal's premium version, with no ads or upsells. It's also ran by some of the smartest fitness professionals in the industry, and you can try it for free for 14 days using my code JoshBrett with the link in the description. Food companies have figured out a cheat code: slap the word protein on a product, charge extra, and watch the profits roll in. Protein pasta can be almost twice the price for just an extra 3 grams of protein.
That's crazy. Why would you need protein in your pasta? Like, it just makes no sense. What do you need all that protein for? It's just a marketing loop. And I feel like there's so many companies that do this nowadays. Well, they just slap some buzzwords onto the packaging and maybe actually do some, they make some tweaks to the product to maybe give it some more protein. Or have you noticed that basically all products have this vegan logo on? At least in Germany, where I'm from, fucking every product has this vegan label. I know that I would be surprised that my jam isn't vegan. Why is it vegan? Or ketchup? Since when was there anything in ketchup? Yeah, they gotta slap vegan on. It's so ridiculous. And the same thing with the protein now. That's basically the same thing too. I don't understand why they do it. I mean, I do, obviously, because they want to cater to a certain demographic. And I think the protein actually did a lot more to the industry than the vegan, because there's just not that many vegans. Let's just be real. I think that was just like it's similar to Netflix catering to the 1% of LGBTQ people, or all companies nowadays having this, changing their logos during Pride Month. Like, you're catering to like 1% of the population. Let's be real. It's kind of cringe. It doesn't make sense to me, and it drives away the customers who don't want to have that smashed in their face once a year for an entire month. So it's kind of counterintuitive. I mean, just look at what happened to Jaguar after they dropped the ad, that one ad where they basically just copied a Dior fashion show.
It's an easy way to charge more for your cereal, but sometimes these are just regular products marketed as high protein.
5.1 grams of protein. 5.1 grams of protein. Lidl, are you flipping mad?
Just about enough to claim a source of protein on the front, but it allows companies to make massive profits. And let's face it, often get away with them tasting horrendous because it's healthy.
Hi, quick question.
Yeah.
Is the main ingredient in all protein bars shit?
With the fitness industry growing,
Shit. I just spat all over my keyboard. What the fuck just happened? Keyboard shortcuts? What the hell? How did I open this? Wait.
Protein
Yo, what the fuck? Okay.
has only become more valuable to the public. So when people realize they've been tricked by a protein label on regular food, they get understandably frustrated.
This is a protein bar. This is a protein bar. This is a steaming pile of wine.
This isn't a small trend, it's a full-blown protein gold rush. In the first 3 months of 2025 alone.
So tell me, do the protein bars actually have to taste that bad? Or could they just make like... Because I've eaten protein bars that were really good. They tasted like chocolate bars, basically. They tasted like they had a very distinct taste. I never tasted before and after. And they were really good. I remember I could only get them at my gym. I couldn't find them anywhere else, not in the stores, nowhere. They would only be sold at my gym, and I just pick some up. I remember I never paid for them myself. I would always kind of write them over, because my dad at the time, he was paying for the membership because I was like 16, and I was like, yeah, they would put the bars that I bought onto his name, and the money I don't think ever ended up, at least some of it never ended up, so they handed it out, and I feel bad to this day, but it is what it is. There's no way that they had to charge them that much, bro.
8.3%
They
of
were
all new
expensive.
food products bragged about being a source of protein. That's up from 6.1% in 2024 and just 4.6% in 2023. But most people still believe protein equals healthy, so companies get away with the fine print. Take these collagen protein gummies, just 0.15 grams of collagen per serving. That's less
What?
than a third of a Tic Tac.
What? Oh my god. I've got so much collagen, bro. I gotta take collagen again because it's really healthy, but get your collagen, get your protein through viable sources. Don't cheap out. Don't go the easy route, because the easy route in fitness never works. Right? You gotta eat dairy, you gotta eat eggs, you gotta eat meat, and you gotta eat lots of it. And don't eat chicken. Whatever you do, do not eat loads of chicken. Okay, it's really not that healthy. The fitness industry, they were like, oh yeah, you gotta eat chicken, rice, and beans, and... No, you do not. Grass-fed beef, alright, everything grass-fed. Make sure it's good, high quality. That's a cheat code, bro.
Still, people leave 5-star reviews because they taste good and they seem healthy.
Yeah.
More and more, we're just getting catfished by clever marketing. And the worst part, they often jack up the protein while gutting the actual nutrition. Let me show you how dumb it can get.
Deutschlands Nummer 1 Concealer, der
Let's say you're trying to lose
One quick question, right? Why the fuck am I getting concealer ads? Does YouTube think I'm a chick?
weight on 2,000 calories a day with a protein goal of 150 grams. You could achieve this with the following. For breakfast, protein cereal, a protein Pop-Tart, some collagen gummies, and a Hubba Bubba whey shake. For lunch, protein spread in a protein sandwich, some birthday cake peanut butter protein, and protein chips. For dinner, protein pizza with a protein beer to wash it down. Still under your goal? No worries, just vape the rest. Congrats, you hit your macros.
Holy shit.
Now try not to protein cheat yourself, because you've consumed loads of sugar alcohols and additives, not nearly enough fiber, and you'll probably still be hungry.
Yeah, you'll feel like fucking shit. That's what I always felt like after eating protein bars, because I didn't know back then that it wasn't protein shakes, protein bars, protein this. that's not gonna make me hungry. At the time, I didn't really have a choice because I was living at a boarding school. They didn't really give a shit. They gave us like 2 meals a day, called it a day after that, even if we were still hungry. So I would have to go to the store. I did try my best and buy, extra nutrition. Like, I got healthy cereal, and I also got like fruits and vegetables and stuff for myself. But I always ended up being very hungry in the evening, and I subsidized. I didn't really have anything really to eat, so I would just go to the store after practice, like basketball practice, and grab myself some Oreos and some sweets, so I wouldn't have to go to bed starving. But yeah, those were hard times, man. I can eat whatever I want, as much as I want, and go to bed with a full stomach. I'm very grateful for that. But for people who, and I mean, I wish I could have something like this right now, right? I mean, I'm not completely full right now. I might have to make myself some more. But yeah.
Since ultra-processed food just isn't as filling as whole foods, I learned the hard way as a teenager. During lockdown, there wasn't much fresh food in my area, and I was convinced COVID meant instant death. So I basically lived on protein products ordered online. Sure, I hit my calories and lost weight, but I also racked up deficiencies, felt bloated, and barely ate any fruit or veg. These products tend to be stripped of the vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients you'd find in whole foods. And Michael Pollan calls that narrow thinking nutritionism. To make things worse, protein-fortified junk often comes with a premium price tag, which is the main issue, especially when you consider that most of these products aren't really high protein. All these products have their place in a balanced diet, but if your diet boils down to chasing protein claims on flashy labels, you've basically become a marketer's dream.
Your protein powder.
What's the next step?
Protein products shouldn't be demonized. They can offer convenience and often taste surprisingly good. If a shake helps you hit your protein goal, brilliant. But many companies are just passing off regular treats as protein products. It's like putting lipstick on a pig. All the while, actual whole foods sit sadly in the corner with no marketing team behind them. And here's the punchline. Some of the products marketed as high protein have even less protein than they claim. Take Lenny and Larry's cookies. They proudly claimed 16 grams of protein with over 400 calories. Already a bit questionable. But when tested, they were found to have 4 to 9 grams of protein, which is what I love about a piece of chicken and Whole Foods. No bullshit or asterisks involved. So here's a question worth asking. If the protein bars and cookies that you're relying on turned out to not be high in protein, would your diet fall apart? Because if the answer is yes, probably a red flag. One simple test, which helps me choose shakes and bars, is to take the calories, knock off the last 0 and compare. If a product has more grams of protein than this number, it's pretty good. So a bar with 190 calories and 20 grams of protein, decent. But 480 calories and 16 grams of protein is starting to look more like expensive candy with a protein sticker. Protein isn't the problem, the marketing is. And the craze isn't slowing down, but you can before buying into the next shiny label.
I don't know about y'all, but whenever I see products like this,
And the craze
like, just look at this. It's
isn't slowing
it's
down,
so
but you can before.
like all this stuff except the eggs, of course. All of this just really sickens me. Like, I can't. I look at this and I'm like, yeah, this is like death to me. I wouldn't touch that shit with a 10-foot pole. What's the takeaway of the video? So what I would say is basically don't just rely on protein bars, protein powders, and shakes and stuff to, hit your protein goals. Try to, you could. It's not a terrible if you do drink a protein shake from time to time or eat a protein bar. It's perfectly fine, but don't make it your main source of protein. Eat enough dairy, eat enough meat, eat enough eggs. Don't kill yourself, but I think financially you're probably going to be better off just eating healthy foods because you're actually going to be more productive and you will actually improve more since there's more nutrients in the foods that you're consuming than with whatever the fuck this shit is. Or I mean, I'm sorry, but protein butter, is that butter? What is that? What the fuck? What are we doing? I don't want I don't want lab butter. I just want boom, like just this natural butter, So yeah, let's end it right here. I hope y'all had a beautiful time. I know I did. I am going to go to sleep now, and yeah, for me, you can hit the like and subscribe button for more content, and yeah, let's get it, baby.